Buying or selling a home may seem daunting, but there are a lot of programs and incentives that may help make the process easier and more affordable. So joining me now, Realtor Kirsten Larsen from Key Realty. And Kirsten, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
Well, thank you so much. So people think homeownership is sometimes out of their reach, but there are a lot of options that can help keep the cost lower for people. What are some of those options?
There are. I'm really excited to be here this morning to share with you and those who are watching some options to save money in today's market. And I think that there are a number of well-qualified people who don't think that owning a home is possible, but there's actually a few ways around this. The misconception is that it takes thousands of dollars towards a down payment or closing costs, when that's really not the case. So first of all, we're seeing as today's seller's market kind of slows, what we've been seeing the last few years, as that slows down a bit, the sellers are actually more and more willing to contribute towards closing costs.
And all you have to do is ask, right?
Right, yeah, that's part of the contract.
Right, and there are also a lot of programs and incentives for people who are in specific careers like first responders and teachers.
Yes, the exciting thing is that mortgage companies actually have specific incentives for first responders, nurses, teachers, veterans, as well as those in the culinary and bartending unions here in Las Vegas. So there's so many programs, we could never touch on all of them, but the best thing to do is to interview a loan officer. They can tell you what they have to offer, and Home is Possible is one, the Culinary Assistance Program is one, and the beauty of this is that we're actually seeing people's mortgages are the same amount that they've been paying for rent.
Wow.
So, and that's huge because mortgages are tax deductible, whereas rents are not. So, that's a huge incentive right there.
Exactly. And simply just doing your due diligence, asking the questions.
Yeah.
Doing
your
research
done. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And all of this money is basically just on the table waiting for you.
Yes. Well, a little more work than that, but basically, yeah. We'll say that, yeah.
All right. So for options for sellers, tell me about some of those options available.
Yes. I think that one of the most underrated pieces of knowledge is that if you have a good CPA, they can actually tell you how you can get $250,000 tax-free income when you sell your home. And that's per person. And if it's your personal residence and you've lived there 2 out of the last 5 years, then you'd qualify for this. And, with that, you can put that money towards anything. It can go towards purchasing a new home or buying you and I presents. It can really be anything.
Anything, really?
Anything. We can't rule out presents,
You cannot rule out presents. Kirsten, real quick, just to wrap up. So if somebody were trying to sell their home right now, what would be your advice to them?
One of the biggest things I recommend is for sellers to get an appraisal, an inspection, and clear title prior to listing. A lot of sellers have a fear or anxiety that their house isn't going to meet inspection or appraisal, and it really gives them a peace of mind to get that taken care of. And it's actually perfect buyer's conditions because the buyers can just walk in, they see a house, it's been taken care of, and the process can go really smoothly, really quickly, and to have licensed bonded professionals involved in the transaction, it really protects everyone. It's really great.
Kirsten, so much good information here.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, we're going to have all of this information